Alright, so today I'm going to be doing the wheatgrass. We're going to be growing this, kind of going over how the process. So things you will need, at least some kind of tray. I get these on Amazon. These are on Amazon. You get 5 of them for $14 or $14.99. They've got these bigger ones here on sale, which come with tray, bottom tray, top tray. And then the cover, those are, I think, $19.99, but they have it now where you can get the rack. So you get 4 trays in a rack for like $20.95, something like that. Which is a good deal because I think I paid $40 for it when it first came out. But you don't have to use these. You can go to Dollar General, get you a regular tray, like the little plastic tray or a food tray, you know, whatever. You can do that in those. You just have to put some holes in the bottom to drain the water out. Because, as you can see here, I don't have it sitting in water. I got it with the roots. Can get air, they'll rot. I've had that before. They sit in the tray. So I let everything kind of drain back down into the tray. To keep everything dry as possible, or you will get mold. Alright, so things, also, your seed, I've got cooped up just a regular old wheat. This is dirty. I'm going to tell you now. You're going to have to wash this, but it's okay, because I had a problem getting mold. So what I did was, when I do my water, I'll put a little bit of bleach in it, and I'll wash my my wheat. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pause it here, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright, so here I got my seed. Go ahead and pour that in. One, and I'm going to do not even quite a half of another one here. These little cups I get from Dollar General. It's to fill this tray up. It's like 1 and a little less than half, because you have to soak the wheat for at least 8 hours. I usually go 12 hours. I've gone 2 days, but anything longer, you're going to start to ferment it. That's not what we're trying to do. You can still feed it to the chickens, but that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow it. So, there's that. Like I said, we're going to take this, and I have a couple capfuls of bleach in here. I'm just going to kind of rinse this off and get all the floaters. You'll see all this stuff floating around in here. We want to get all that off. That's going to mold and stuff sitting on top. So we're going to, let me get this washed, and what I'll do is, I'll let that sit a few minutes, and then I got a little strainer. I'll pour everything in the strainer and get all, and continue to wash it just for a few minutes to get it until it's clear. Let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is, because I want to get some of them, all that crap floating, I'm going to just go pour this water off till I get seed to come out. Alright, and then I'll pour necessarily got to get it all out. Put that back down in here. And I'm going to wash it probably 2 or 3 times. As you can see here, I have a mess I need to clean up now. But we're just going to keep rinsing this until we get it good clear water. Alright, so I went ahead and put it inside this strainer here. We're just going to run that water through here. Clean it really good. You see any like black or broken pieces, you can pull that out. All that's going to do is attract mold. Once you got it rinsed, now we're just going to drain it real good. And I'm going to stick it back in the bucket. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to fill it up water enough to cover because it will expand. And then we're gonna let her set, and then I'll go over what else you're gonna do after you're ready for it to go in the pans or the trays. All right, so the last step is gonna be, say after your 8 hours is up and you done, or 12, whatever you decide to do. Now you're gonna take your hydrogen peroxide, and I just got a little spray nozzle I put on it out of just a little cheap bottle you buy at Dollar General or whatever. Screws right on top of it. You don't necessarily have to have that, but I'll take this and spray the tray down with this. Just 3% hydrogen peroxide. It's just going to make sure that it sterilizes the tray. And what you'll do is you'll take your seed. Now this hasn't been soaking very long, but we're just going to use this. And you're going to put it on the tray. Now it's going to clump. Even after you soak it for the right amount of time, it's going to clump. Now what I found is if you take this tray, put it in the sink and fill the water up just above the seeds, it'll smooth out a lot easier and a lot more evenly. And then you just pick the tray up and then dump the water out. And then when you put the tray down, it'll be a good even cover. And then after that, you can't let this sit in water because the roots will rot. That's why I take mine like you've seen, and at least once to twice a day, I'll take them in there and actually just wash them. Or you want to fill the bucket up with water, dunk them in the bucket, shake them out, get all the water out, and then set them like that. Let that air get to them. Like I said, the first time I didn't use any bleach or anything because I normally don't. I usually use it for me to juice, but my chickens love it. It molded pretty quick, but by putting the bleach, it just now started molding on me, and I think it's because I have gnats in here. I think everybody in the state's got gnats in their freaking house right now. But just wash it out every day. I started dunking mine in a little bit of a bleach water bath every day, and that's going to keep the mold out, keeps the gnats out. And then I'll wash it really good under plain water before I give it to my birds. Let it set out, let that bleach kind of dissipate. But if you bleach you need to use is regular bleach. Do not use splashless or low splash bleach. It's got detergent in it. Detergent is toxic. Do not just regular bleach. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, you don't have to use the bleach, but that's just my preference. That's what I do just to keep it from molding, because I don't want my chickens getting out there and eating a bunch of moldy seed. You can use grow lights. As you can see here, let me get this. Oh. All right, those are just little shop lights, 65K shop lights, but you can stick it in a windowsill that gets a lot of light. You can also get, and I think I showed this before, one of these little sets on Amazon. It's got your timer, and it's got all different color lights. It's going to be your blue and red, and then your both. It does both of them. They'll grow under that. That's what I first started using. That's about $25. You can get a small pack of bulbs and a little thing from Lowe's if you want. Just whatever, you know. These are LED. These aren't the or you can use it. Hold on, where'd they go? Well, I did have them over here. You can get the grow lights also, but it's real easy. And like I said, once it grows, it only takes about 7 days to get to full growth. The ones I got are a couple days longer than that. They're going to be ready. Sometimes now you can also cut them if you want and feed them just the grass. You can usually do 2 cuttings. The third one is going to be it's where you start kind of get more brown because you're not using any kind of nutrients. They get all the nutrients from that seed. That seed has everything they need for nutrients for a small amount of time of growth. So you'll start telling when it's overdue because they'll start turning brown and yellow, so you know the nutrients is pretty much depleted. But it's a real like I said, real simple way to give your chickens a little bit more for the same amount of money. And all you really need is just a bag of cooped up seed here. That's all you need. Alright, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Alright, so something else I forgot to tell you, and is when you do the seeds at first, right? So we get the seeds in here, you get them all spread out. The first couple of days until they sprout, they need to be covered. You don't have to worry about no light. So what I'll do is put my seed down, take my tray, put my tray on top, and then I'll put my seeds on top of that. You can use just another tray, like I said, whatever kind of tray you're using, the same one. Just put over it, keep it nice and dark, kind of like planting it, it'll germinate. It's going to take 2 to 3 days. You'll start seeing it, and then after that, you can pull it up, let it breathe. But if you don't cover it, they're going to dry out, and they shrivel up, and then it's just not going to work right. Again, I've made a lot of mistakes, had to figure it out myself. But yeah, just put something over it to cover it. That's why I kind of like these big ones. These big trays come with these lids. These lids work great on the small ones. I use them on the small ones. But for the first couple of days, you want to keep it covered. Just take them out. Like I said, give them a good, pull the tray out, give it a good washing, get everything nice and wet. Put it back in there, let it drain to that little bottom tray, and you'll be good to go. I just forgot to mention that beforehand, but I just wanted to, tell you about that first. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, 1 to 2 days, keep covered after you put it in the tray. Once you start seeing the sprouts, just go ahead and leave it open. It'll be fine. But anyway, I just want to let you know about that.